The chamber was bathed in the golden light of the flickering candles, and King Shahriyar's mind was deep in thought as Scheherazade began yet another tale. Her voice, steady and composed, filled the room, drawing her lover once again into the world of wonders and mysteries.
O king, I now bring you the tale of a princess who was lost to time, to her own heart, and to the very lands she once ruled. A tale of identity and destiny, where a woman must find her true path among the forces of fate that shape her. There was once a kingdom far to the east, nestled between towering mountains and vast deserts. The kingdom was ruled by a wise and just king, Suleiman, who had a daughter of extraordinary beauty and grace. Her name was Zara, and she was the jewel of the land. Zara had everything that a princess could desire: wealth, power, a kingdom that loved her, and the admiration of all who met her. Yet, despite all these blessings, there was an emptiness in her heart that could not be filled. She longed for something more than the life she had been born into, something beyond the palace walls, beyond the luxury that surrounded her. For years, Zara had heard stories from the travelers who passed through the kingdom, stories of distant lands, of adventures and battles, of lives beyond the comforts of a royal court. She dreamed of a life where she could be more than just a princess, more than just the daughter of King Suleiman. And so, one fateful evening, after much contemplation, Zara made a decision that would change the course of her life forever. One night, Zara slipped away from the palace, disguised as a commoner. She left behind her opulent gowns, her golden jewelry, and the title she had carried since birth. No one knew where she had gone. Her disappearance sent waves of shock through the kingdom, and her father, King Suleiman, fell into deep sadness. For days, the kingdom searched for Zara, but she was nowhere to be found. She had crossed the desert and ventured far into the unknown, guided only by a desire for freedom. The princess had become a wanderer, a stranger in a world where no one knew her name. Zara traveled through villages and towns, experiencing the world in ways she had never imagined. She learned of hardship, of love and loss, of survival, and of the true meaning of strength. She met people from all walks of life: peasants, traders, poets, and warriors, each one shaping her understanding of the world and herself. As time passed, Zara began to forget the princess she had once been. She took a new name, Mona, and lived as a common woman. She worked with the people, fought beside them in battles, and came to know the true weight of responsibility. She found joy in the simplicity of life, and though the memories of her former life remained, they faded with each passing day. But fate, as it is wont to do, had other plans for Zara. One day, while traveling through a distant city, she encountered a group of bandits who attempted to rob her. In the chaos, she was saved by a mysterious figure, a man with dark eyes and a quiet strength that seemed to radiate from him. His name was Kader, and he was unlike anyone Zara had ever known. Kader was not a nobleman, nor was he a common soldier. He was a wanderer like Zara, but he carried within him a wisdom and resolve that seemed to pierce the soul. Over time, Zara and Kader grew close, their bond forged in the fires of shared experience. They fought together, laughed together, and shared stories of the worlds they had seen. And through it all, Zara found herself falling in love with Kader, but Zara, or rather Mona, knew the truth that had been buried deep within her heart. She was not a common woman. She was Zara, the lost princess of a great kingdom. And though she had found love and meaning in the life she had built, her past was always there, waiting to reclaim her. One day, as Zara and Kader rested in a quiet village, a caravan arrived bearing news of King Solomon's illness. The kingdom was threatened by foreign invaders. Zara realized the seriousness of what she had heard. She realized the necessity of returning to the kingdom as her people needed her. The kingdom was under threat from a foreign invader, and only Zara could lead them to victory. Zara was torn. She loved Kader, but she could not deny the duty that called her. She had been born to rule, to lead, and though she had found happiness in the life she had chosen, the kingdom needed her. The woman who had been lost to time and fate was now called back to her true destiny. Zara told Kader the truth about herself and that she is a princess. Zara bid farewell to Kader, her heart heavy with sorrow. Zara left Kader and decided to return to her inevitable past. She returned to her kingdom, where she was greeted with cheers and reverence. But she had changed, no longer a princess who had lived in a golden cage, but a woman who had lived the life of the people, who had fought and loved with all her heart. A few days later, Kader caught up with her and offered to fight alongside her. Zara was happy and agreed on the condition that he be her husband, and so Zara led her people to victory, reclaiming the kingdom and securing peace for many years to come. She lived a happy life with Kader, the man who had shown her what true love and strength meant. And though she ruled as a queen, her heart always remained with the life she had left behind, the life that had taught her the true meaning of freedom.
When Scheherazade heard the rooster crow, she decided to stop telling stories. Shahryar smiled and realized that Scheherazade would not tell any more. Of course, he had a new date the next night to continue enjoying the stories of his beautiful wife, Scheherazade. Silence fell over the room, and the story was complete. King Shahryar sat, lost in thought, contemplating the lost princess's journey and the choices she had made.